So tomorrow, the Federal Reserve is expected to pause when it comes down to the Fed rate decision. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for those that do not know, there is a tool that we all have access to. It's free, and it's called the Fed Rate Monitor tool. And for those that also do not know, well, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is the FOMC rate decision, which is at 1400 or 2 p.m. Eastern time. The Federal Reserve is going to be deciding, are we going to be cutting, are we going to be pausing, or are we going to be raising interest rates? Now, it is, again, according to this Fed Rate Monitor tool, with a very high probability of 97.8% that the Federal Reserve is going to pause. So again, that's not necessarily good news, but it's also not terrible news. It's kind of what is expected. There is a 2.2% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates. That would be the best news for the overall market, especially with everything that's been going on this week. For those, again, that do not know, this week, big economic news, the Federal Reserve interest rate decision is on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Markets currently don't expect a rate cut until June, though May meeting might be a close call. Meanwhile, Federal Reserve or Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who's the head of the Federal Reserve, will hold a press conference and will shape expectations for subsequent Fed meetings in March and months to come. For those that do not know, after the Fed rate decision at 2 p.m., at 2:30 p.m., there's an FOMC press conference. This is where Jerome Powell, who's the head of the Federal Reserve, will go live and answer analyst questions. This is where I like to go live. And again, I do not have to. I'm asking you guys, would you like me to go live so we can watch the FOMC rate decision and Jerome Powell answer analyst questions live? If you do want me to go live, all I ask you to do is get this video to over 500 likes. I just want to make sure enough people show up. So subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. And as long as 500 people do it, then I'll make sure that I go live at 2 p.m. Eastern time. On top of that, again, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but some people think that the sell-off is done. A lot of you guys know that I've been talking about after the whole DeepSeek thing. Yeah, that brought some uncertainty that markets have been trying to recover from. But it also doesn't take away of what's to come this week. Not only do we have tomorrow with the FOMC rate decision, but we have Tesla, Meta, and Microsoft all tomorrow after the market closes reporting earnings. This is big tech. These are $3 trillion companies. And depending if they beat expectation and also if they beat the forecast or guidance, which in my opinion is often more important, will determine if markets go higher for longer or if they sell off, if markets continue to sell off and crash into the close. Now, the thing that I want to remind you is a lot of these companies are incredibly overpriced, meaning that something like Tesla has been having an incredible end of 2024 because of Elon's affiliation to Trump. Now, Tesla at one point was trading at nearly $500 per share, but yet fundamentally nothing changed about the company. So it's going to be very interesting to see that when it comes down to the fundamentals, is Tesla even close to being where it's expected to be, knowing that it just received a huge push because of the hype of being affiliated with Trump? And this is where the reality checks come in. This is why I love earnings season, because again, these companies get slapped back into reality. Regardless of all the hype, numbers don't lie unless they're fabricated. SMCI knows exactly what I'm talking about. But with that being said, again, I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm very excited to see if they exceed expectation and what their guidance looks for 2025. Because again, this is the first time that big tech is reporting earnings in 2025, which will pretty much set the tone of what's to come for the rest of big tech, such as NVIDIA, Amazon, and of course, Alphabet, the mother company of Google. So very excited to follow up. Again, if you want to join our live stream, all I ask you to do is get this video to over 500 likes and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Quick little recap. My only real big trade today was MSTR. Obviously, with all the selling pressure that we were seeing, I was able to walk away with 11.6K on the day. And for those that are new to my channel, I don't carry my shorts overnight. I open and I close them all within the same date. It's too risky, especially when shorting a stock. So my position is all fully closed. The same thing when it comes down to my NVIDIA position. I took a long position during today's live trading session where I bought into the dip and then sold into the rip. 2.6K, and again, no open position on NVIDIA. I do trade live every single morning, and again, that's completely different and exclusive to my LPP team. I trade live with them where, again, it's designed for complete beginners. They get access to the A to Z video lesson library, and they also get access to the exclusive daily live trading sessions where if you learn best by watching other people do, then I think that you would really value our daily live sessions. If you want to tune on in as soon as tomorrow, it's the second link in the description down below. There's a huge discount in there for you, and it is just a one-time payment for lifetime access. So I hope to see you there. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.